Hey guys, today I wanted to tell a story and talk about a time where I really messed up investing into Pokemon. It still hurts me to this day, and every single time I look at this booster box, it keeps going up in price, and every single time I look at it, it genuinely hurts me because I could have made way more money than I did. So I wanted to share the story with you guys so you don't make the same mistake I did. Before I talk about the story, I want to show you guys the receipts so you don't think I'm lying about this whole story and show you guys that I actually bought these boxes. So the booster box I'm talking about is Evolving Skies. So granted, I'm showing you guys these receipts, but these are just screenshots. I can't show you guys the whole receipt because on TCG Player it shows my address. So I just had to take screenshots of each part of the receipt. So you're just gonna have to believe that these are actually from my account and I didn't just get these dates from somewhere random. So you can see this first order date here is January 17th, 2022. So I have been investing for a couple years now. And you can see I bought three boxes at $125.55 a piece. Only if that was the price it is now, because the price it is now is absolutely crazy. So after tax, it was $399.25. Only a few weeks later, I decided to buy more. I bought three boxes at $128.95 a piece, and after tax, $410.07. The last purchase I made was on August 12th, 2020, and this is where I decided to go all in, and this was the first case I bought. I bought a case of Evolving Skies booster boxes, one case for $932.99, totaling after tax $988.97. So this was, I think, a little bit more per box than the rest of the purchases because they were going up in price at the time, which is why I decided to buy more. I did actually buy, to be honest, more than these boxes. So here I bought 12 on the receipts, but on eBay I actually bought a few more boxes. But I did open some Evolving Skies booster boxes. So at the end of the day, I had 10 that I was holding. And I do have that shown in the calculator here. So I'm going to show you guys the price of the booster box as it is right now and talk about the story. So look at the price. And you can see recently it's really shot up, but right now it's at $473. So now it's time to talk about the story and why I sold them in the first place and probably what I should have done, but what I did do was different. So I bought all those boxes and towards the end of 2022, the box prices really started going up. I got to the point around like $220 or $230. And my cost per box, if you do the math, was around $150. So I was hearing news, on YouTube and online that a reprint was going to happen because, the time it was now, or at the time, it was, there was supposed to be a reprint. And I kept seeing that at multiple channels and just online that a reprint is going to happen. So in my head, I'm like, okay, what if I just sell now and make a profit? And when it gets reprinted, just buy more boxes. So that's what I did. So the market price was around 220, 230. I called up a few LCSs and I was able to get one LCS, and sell it for $200 a box. So if you do the math, I had 10 boxes and it was around $150 per box. It was $1,500 was my cost. I sold at $2,000, so my gain was, or my profit was $500. So at the time, that was really good, right? I didn't really have a lot of money, and I never really made any money from Pokemon. So making that much money from investing in a Pokemon to me in the short amount of time was really nice. And that's kind of what enticed me to just sell it and not really think too much, about it. So what should I have really done? I was thinking, at the time also a little bit, what if I just sell half of my boxes now, and make a little bit of money and just keep half of it just in case, it doesn't get reprinted. But just because I wanted to make more money, I sold all my boxes, which, obviously was a dumb decision. And another thing I could have done was just kept them all because at $150 a box, and, at the time the market price was on 220, 230, even if it did get reprinted, it probably wouldn't really go down to that cost. Just because of how much, demand there was and how big the reprint maybe would have been, it probably wasn't going to go down that far. So I probably should have just kept them all. But no, I sold them all and I lost out on a lot of money. So I'm going to show you guys the math on how much money I actually did lose. So totaling up all the totals from, the 12 boxes of the receipts, it was this much, $1,798.29. divided it by 12 because that's how many boxes there were, and you get, the average around 150. And like I told you, I only had 10 boxes, so I'm just using this price, and I just, multiply it by 10. So this is how much my cost was. So now, you multiply how many boxes I would have had by the market price it is now. This is how much it is. So to get how much my, profit would have been, you subtract obviously, my cost from what the market price is right now, and you get this. And obviously you have to subtract 500 because that's how much I sold it for. So this is how much money I lost. I lost $2,739.52. Now, I technically didn't really lose it because, I didn't lose money, but I missed out on the opportunity to make this much money. So what is the moral of the story? Don't overreact to news, and make your own judgments, because you read a lot online, and you do too much analytical thinking, and you read too much, and you start to think too much, and maybe you'll make a bad decision and maybe you'll make a good decision. But I feel like for the most part, especially if you're doing long-term investing, the risk of you selling out your stuff, especially if you have a good cost, like me, I bought it at $150, it was like $220, $230. I was at a good cost already. It is not worth it, in my opinion, to sell all of them or even some of them, risking that it doesn't get reprinted. It's not worth it to risk that. Instead, you just hold, because the amount of risk you're taking to just make a little bit of money versus the amount of gains you could be making at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. So I hope you learned from this story, and it was kind of I guess entertaining because I lost out a lot of money, but hopefully you guys kept on holding to these Evolving Skies boxes, because I know a lot of people probably lost out on money too, because at the time the price of the box, $230, was insane, but what it is right now is obviously way more insane. So yeah, just tell me in the comments below if you guys still have some Evolving Skies booster boxes, because I don't have any. I have some ETBs and that's it. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.